Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we have a different style of video, because today I'm going to be seeing if I can solo Fallen with arguably a weaker loadout than I would normally have. But I decided that I want to experiment. I want to try and use different towers. I wouldn't normally use like Wardens, Aces. Obviously Farm, DJ and Minigunner are my normal main pick, my normal main three in a way. Like how you would have like your favourite character in a game, for example. Think of it that way. So, the Warden is very good in the fact that it's a very good defense tower. It does, I think, 5 damage without an upgrade. And as you upgrade it, it gets more and more. I've just hit the microphone. Oh. As you get more and more upgraded, it stuns, it can protect itself from enemy stuns. It's a very versatile and useful card. But its weakness is its range. It doesn't have range. I mean, it's sort of like putting a wheelchair up against a man in crutches. They may have speed and they may have strength, but they haven't got range. I don't know why I used that comparison. So, today's video was sort of inspired by a video I had seen earlier on in the week, where this guy created a video where he was just talking to his audience while playing Fallen mode. Obviously, well, it wasn't Fallen mode, it was a different whole game, but the premise is essentially the same, and I'm very, very excited to hopefully try and beat this. Even though I know the result, I'm not going to ruin it. Nah, that's boring. Then again, I could just ruin it now. But viewer retention needs to happen, so I'm not going to ruin it. So, we are placing down farms, getting more wardens. The wardens are there just simply to try and early defense damage, because obviously you can see the only other early, quotation marks, defense damage that I have is Ace. And that ain't exactly the greatest choice of all time, especially on this map. Now, I want to clarify, I have never played this map before. It was the only map that nobody was in. So, these placements are terrible. I know. I looked at some videos about Meltdown earlier, and wow, I couldn't have got the placements. Well, some of them are okay, but most of them are terrible. God. I mean, I couldn't have done any worse. Like, look at me trying to figure out where to place the aces here. I should be placing them in the centre of that loop, so you get the whole coverage of about 270 degrees worth of coverage over the battlefield. Yes, I did just have to work that out in my head. But as you can see, we're just currently farming, trying to get more money, because obviously I can't really upgrade most of these towers without a lot of money, and money means everything. Am I right or am I wrong? Probably wrong. Well, no matter what way I see it or I put it, I have to get money, otherwise I'm just not going to survive. So that's why we're farming. That should be obvious though. To anyone that's played TDS, it's a to someone who hasn't played TDS. Why would anyone who has played TDS know about? I'm very tired, so I am doing something for the school at the moment, and it's very draining, so yeah, fun. But anyway, let's get on to the important stuff, shall we? Currently we're just farming to get the I don't really know the right way to say it. Currently we're farming just to try and get the amount of money that's possible, so I can place DJ instantly and be able to go, oh, I haven't got to worry about, money anymore, haha, because DJ is very powerful. I'll get more onto it when it gets placed down inevitably. Now, the hidden enemies, they're an interesting one. They cannot be hit by regular troops. You have to have an upgrade, which is normally hidden detection or something like that. The wardens actually, I think, come with it pre-baked, but as you can see, the ace pilots are not attacking them because, well, theoretically, they can't see them. Oh, look, they're swinging at nothing. You would think they would shoot where they're swinging, but nah, they don't bother. I have no idea why. So, DJ's been placed. Now, the D-Day is... D-Day? The DJ is a very good support troop. It buffs the range of the troops around it by a certain amount, depending on the upgrade. And it also can cheapen the cost of the towers, which, when you have golden towers, is very useful. Take it from someone that gets really sick to death of having to pay 4,500 in hardcore mode to place down my gold minigunner, which is necessary to defeat the things. Oh. If you guys want to see a video of me and my friend doing a wave of hardcore, let me know now. Because, you know, fun. Leave a comment down below, and yeah, etc, etc. So as you can see, the farms are just generating more money. We're just waiting really on DJ to get upgraded. I moved the farms because the farms being placed there, it was terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. I really should have placed them more at the back of the map. But hey, what do I know? Nothing, because, you know. But as the breakers, so these are the, well, I say new, they've been in the game for like 2, 3, 4 months, give or take. But they're the new type of enemy which the creators brought in to try and replace the mysteries, because obviously mysteries were a bit of a scam. They weren't really mystery based, they were just RNG based. If you got a mystery boss, you got a mystery box. But if you had the breakers, you know what they turn into, which I know removes that element of surprise, but I kind of prefer it just for the fact that, you know, it's a lot nicer to play against, because obviously you have to consider what everybody wants, what everybody needs. You can't, it's really sad that we can't just go, I don't know, I don't do Roblox coding, so let me just word it the way that I personally think is best. We can't just have a system where it evaluates your loadout and evaluates the type of player you are, evaluates your skill level, evaluates the type of player you are, you know, not just your skill level as in your stats, but your recent matches, because obviously we all had times in the beginning of our careers where we just did terrible. I mean, hell, I used to be horrible at the game. I never was any good. But now I'm one of the better people in the game. And as you can see, I just moved to DJ. I say one of the better people in the game. Not in the game itself, I mean in my friend group. Now, I feel really egotistical saying that, but, I mean, it wouldn't be lying. So we're going to be continuing along. So, wave 22 is where you start to prepare for the tank. Now, as you can see, I'm severely underarmed. I need a lot more than what I've got. 2 gold minis and 4 wardens will not do the job against a tank. And then, I mean, I'm surprised. Oh, and 2 aces, you know, because they're so useful. I even forgot that they were there. But yeah, that's very fun, very interesting. So, just coming off of the topic of TDS for a minute, and I just want to, you know, talk about something else for a little bit whilst we just let the waves play out, because this wave doesn't really have anything special. I was reading a new, oh my god, the voice crack. I was reading a new manhwa, which is not Korean manga, and it's very good. It's called Solo Leveling, and I know it's very popular. Everyone's reading it now. Blah 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 blah. Well, I've had the books for quite a while now. If I check my bookshelf app, which is a nice, a good ad, that essentially allows me to track the books I have, and, you know, if I need to get books, I can just check the app rather than going, okay, well, I think I have this book, but I might not have this book. It removes a lot of the guesswork, really, in having the books. So if I go to this bookshelf ad, I can see when certain books were added. So if I, for example, go to bookshelf, shelves, and then go to Yen Press, which is the solo leveling one, I got Solo Leveling Volume 1, the manga, on the... Okay, it doesn't give an exact date, sorry. It gives you a date, a year. So I got the book in 2022, so last year. Which makes sense, because 2022 was when I was in and actually had a job. And I was going out with my mates a lot to Blue Water as well, because, you know, it was just fun. But now I'm more spending my time studying, so fun! So yeah, we're just going to let the waves play out. Obviously, we do have some struggles with glitches, but not too many where I feel like I have to necessarily go, oh no! And we've just had a massive lag there. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so hazardous enemies. The big scary... Oh, click. The big scary enemy, even though they're like really weak. Like, they're really hyped up in TDS to be really, really, like, the next strongest thing, and they're just not that scary. Like, they cause a little bit of a nuisance, sure. That's really it. I mean, I'm going to talk now. Then the next game I play, I'm going to struggle like living hell. But, I'm just, you know, a brilliant man. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm obviously joking. But either way, I think this loadout has definitely helped open my eyes more to different loadouts. Like, I used to stick with only one loadout, which was Gold Mini, DJ, Farm, what's that? Gold Scout, and then it would either be Gold Pyro, but before I got Gold Pyro, which has been relatively recent, I would get... It was a mix of either Ranger, because obviously I was doing a lot of Pizza Party. Ranger is quite useful in Pizza Party. Or it would have been Gold Scout for very early, as in you spawn in, you get 600 cash, because I'm part of the... Oh, what's that thing called? The Roblox groups, I think they are. Because I'm part of the Roblox group, I get 600 starting cash instead of 200. No, 500. Which allows me to place down 6. Oh, here's the tank. So as you can see, I have to spam place a mini because I'm worried about whether I'll be able to kill it or not. But the tank is, well, can be relatively strong. As long as you have the Warden's strength to stun it, you're going to be completely and utterly fine. You shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Not really. Not unless, anyway, if you're, like, really struggling against the towers. But, hey, who knows? So, just making sure everything's going fine. I've upgraded some farms to level 5 now, which means they'll give me the maximum amount of money, which is always useful, because we like money. We like money. Who doesn't like money? Am I right or am I right? So as you can see, it's just working their way now. Killing everything. Well, yeah, probably killing everything they see in their sight. Just making sure, you know, everything's running smoothly. So here's the next wave. And the boss is another tank. But those purple bosses are a pain in the back. They literally... So, as the breakers split, they split into different colours. The purple one split into red, which then split into blue, which then split into... which then split into green from red. It goes... So it goes purple, red, green, blue. Blue being the fastest, purple being the slowest. Now, if you have even one breaker, like one purple breaker, get past your main defenses, and let's say he's split up from, so he has one health point left, and he gets split into four red breakers. That can still do a decent chunk of damage, which is why the breaker is so OP and very good to fight against, because it teaches you not to just throw everything at something and it'll work. Most bosses you'll have to diverse your damage, because with Gravedigger, for example, Gravedigger can summon enemies from the ground, hence its name, Gravedigger. But we're just getting onto the more difficult waves, so it starts to get really difficult and really challenging from here. Obviously, you see more slow bosses, boomers, which are essentially the exploders from Left 4 Dead 2. You have, purple breakers. All the annoying things you don't want are here, and they're here to stay. So we're upgrading the gold minis. We've got a lot of them to level 2. We're going to see that some of them are going to get to level 3 now. Or start getting to level 3. Which will give them more damage and a quicker charge up time. Meaning that they can do more damage over time. Which is, really good. It's what the accelerator is made for. Damage over time. And Gold Mini goes, yeah, I'm going to do good as well. Not as good, bear in mind, but it will still do good. And here is the boomers. So, as that description said, they go boom. And we can see the hazards. They're very quick enemies, but again, I really am unimpressed by them. I was so hoping for more. Because when you go, they've been hyped up like all hell. I'm really hoping they're very good. They weren't very good. I'll tell you this now, they weren't very good. But the boomer is very good in the fact that if your wardens can't block stuns, it basically counters your wardens. Which, again, in Fallen can be very, very, very good. So we're just waiting for the wave to clear. Obviously the breakers and the slow bosses at the back. We have no idea whether, they're going to die or not. They probably will. As my will to continue on has slowly fallen to pieces, having realised I haven't got enough damage. So, here comes the warden. Oh god, this guy is a pain. If you do not have things that can block stuns, expect to just him go places, He's going to follow his dreams. He's going to go to Harvard. He's then going to join Formula E again because Harvard kicked him out, looking at you, Nick DeVries. But whatever way you see it, and whatever way you want to be told, the warden is a very difficult person to counter, because unless you have something that can draw its laser like decoys at the front, which then give you time to do damage to it before it charges itself up again, and its cooldown is up, it will kill you. Oh, and these are the higher than the better glitches, I think they're called. I'm not sure what they're called. I think it's this way. Yeah, look, there they are. They're holding like little disc things, which really confused me. And another tank, and here is the Necromancer boss. This Necromancer boss is a pain. It doesn't die. I'm not entirely sure what the best way of countering the Necromancer boss is. My assumption is that you can counteract it pretty well with just regular splash damage, because it is, at the end of the day, a summoner boss. And all summoner bosses have the same trick, that they die when they get splashed on. Oh, that sounds really weird now I've said that out loud. But look at those gold minis go. There is no way that Necromancer is making it. Oh, it's made it further. Oh no. Oh no. Is this the beginning of the end? Is this the beginning of the end? There's no way I can do enough damage. And yeah, I think my fate is pretty much written here. No matter how much I place troops, I can't kill that thing. And you can even see me out of frustration. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you comment, like and subscribe. And you know what? After we see the death screen, I will see you all later. Goodbye.